Even though we can choose who we want to become, our childhood plays a big role in shaping us. It affects how we react to things and the way we behave, starting from when we're young. When we learn to understand the world around us, our behavioral patterns are formed. Studies shows that everyone has a particular love style based on how they were raised. Love style includes our tendencies in responding to our partners. By understanding our love style, we can see how it influences our relationships. Here are 5 different love styles. 1. The pleaser, people who grow up in a home with overly protective or angry parents. They try hard to be good and well-behaved to avoid negative reactions from parents. Pleasers are uncomfortable with conflict and deal with disagreements by often giving in or making up for them quickly. They usually have a hard time saying no, and because they want to minimize conflict, they may not be truthful and lie to avoid difficult confrontations. As pleaser children grow into adults, they learn to read the moods of others around them to make sure they can keep everyone happy. However, when pleasers feel stressed or believe that they are continuously letting someone down, they can have a breakdown and flee from relationships. Pleasers often spread themselves thin, trying to be everything to everyone when it's not realistic, and instead of forming healthy boundaries for themselves, they focus more on the needs and desires of others in order for pleasers to cultivate stable relationships. They have to be honest about their own feelings rather than trying to do what is expected of them. 2. The victim, one who grows up in a chaotic home. They hide and stays quiet. To deal with their angry, violent parents, victim children builds an imaginary world to cope with daily dangers. At a very young age, they learn to hide and stay quiet. They have low self-esteem and usually struggle with anxiety and depression. They may end up marrying controllers who mirror the same behaviors as their parents. Victims learn to cope by being adaptable and going with the flow. 3. The controller grows up with little protection, so they learn to toughen up and take care of themselves. They need to always feel in control to prevent the vulnerability they experienced in their childhood from being exposed in their adulthood. Controllers, however, don't associate anger as vulnerability, so they use it as a weapon to remain in power. So, the vacillator. The vacillator often grows up with an unpredictable parent. Vacillators learn that their needs aren't their parents' top priority. Without consistent affection from their parents, vacillators develop a deep fear of abandonment, but when the parent finally feels like giving their time and attention to them, vacillators are usually too angry and tired to receive it. As vacillators enter adulthood, they try to find the consistent love they were deprived of as children. Vacillators have a tendency to idealize new relationships, but once they feel let down or disappointed, they grow dejected and doubtful. They often feel misunderstood and experience a lot of internal conflict and emotional stress within their relationships. They can be extremely sensitive and perceptive, which allows them to detect even the slightest change in others and know when people are pulling away. In order for vacillators to cultivate healthy, stable relationships, they need to learn how to pace themselves and get to know someone before committing too soon and getting hurt by their own expectations. 5. The avoider. As children, avoiders learn to take care of themselves starting at a very young age and put their feelings and needs on hold to deal with their anxieties of having little to no comfort from their parents. Avoiders tend to like their space and rely on logic and detachment more than their emotions. They get uncomfortable when people around them experience intense mood swings. In order for avoiders to cultivate healthy, long-lasting relationships, they need to learn how to open up and express their emotions honestly. Well, I myself is an avoider and have seen many pleasers in my life. Which love style do you identify with? Please share your thoughts with us in comments.